Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 2 of RLCS Season 10's The Grid, presented to you by the Kansas City Pioneers. My name is Hazmat. I am joined by my wonderful co-host, Kendo Slice. Kendo, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing well, my friend, and looking forward to another amazing day of grid action. Oh, man. I mean, we thought last week's bracket was a rough one. We got another two top five teams within this bracket, along with one of the hottest ones in Omelet. Wow.
Yeah, to say the least. So let's talk a little bit about the bracket and the matchups we have coming up today. So first up, we have Kansas City Pioneers versus Team Envy. That's going to be coming in Group B of this week's grid brackets. On the bottom of Group B, we have Omelet versus Rogue. So assuming we advance past Envy, that is who we will be playing, which means the potential for a rematch of last week.
Which would be a wonderful thing in my mind. I know we have some unfinished business with the mountain that is Kronovi. We would like to see our boys do much better this time around. I tell you what, though, when you look at that series against Rogue, a lot of people were dismissing it. Oh, Rogue dismantled every single game within one goal.
Yeah.
Folks, it doesn't get any better than that. That's quality Rocket League.
Oh, it is for sure. But before that, we have Team Envy to look ahead to, and they are quite the fierce competitors. In fact, I believe that in week 1, they went to the finals against Space Station Gaming, and unfortunately did not take the W there. But still, going to the finals in the grid is an obvious accomplishment, right? This is a team that has already proved themselves in this format against these other teams, against the teams that they will be playing here. And that's a dangerous one to start up with. So we definitely have another tough start, similar to last week. And looking at the roster of Envy, you can see exactly why. That's going to be Atomic, Mist, and Turbo Pulsa. Those are 3 insane players right there.
Absolutely. And I tell you what, if there's only one person within the Rocket League world that anyone could be awestruck by, it's the man with the that's right, 4-time title to his name. That is Turbo Pulsa. You don't have a Mount Kronovi. No. That is a mere molehill. We're talking about the man that everybody wants to beat, and that is Turbo Pulsa. But one of the things that I admire Turbo for more than anything else is he finds a way to make everyone better. And really, despite being dispatched from NRG, he comes into Envy along with Mist and Atomic. He makes these two guys better, and it's amazing to see.
Oh, for sure. And I think we're going to see a lot of really interesting things progress as the series progresses. I think we're going to see Turbo setting up a lot of really interesting shots coming out of Atomic and Mist, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. However, let's talk about the roster that we are fielding. Once again, you are going to be seeing Memory, Beast Mode, and Rapid. If you missed us last week, then, well, you missed some great games because Beast Mode put his first appearance in RLCS up strong. This kid came out swinging. He came out with some beautiful goals. I believe his first goal was an absolute stunner off the wall redirect, and it just continued from there. And I think we are going to see Beast Mode being another X factor here in these series as it progresses. And these are two teams these are teams that I think haven't seen them before, besides Rogue, assuming we get that rematch. So there's still that element of surprise. We're still being slept on a little bit. So I think there's a very, very strong chance Kansas City to do some big things here in round 1.
I completely agree with you, my friend. And the big thing coming into this is the fact that regional qualifiers were in the past few days. We passed that test with flying colors, and we are into the field of 32 for the regional action that is coming up this weekend. I'm looking forward to that. They can put that in their rear view mirror and focus on that a little bit later. Right now, you got a date with the 4-time, and I feel like there's a really good chance that a team like KCP can frustrate the 4-time if they're able to get into his head, get into the zone a little bit. Because really, you see Beast Mode, Rapid, and Memory performing together. It's a sight to behold. And the fact that this team is still growing, we were able to very close to take out G2 in that first round and jump on them. They did find themselves in the tail end of that one. And we were able to keep it within 1 against Rogue. We're definitely a team ready to make a statement, and a win against Envy. Oh man, that'd be a statement.
Oh, for sure. So I was talking a little to the Kansas City coach a little bit before this broadcast started, and he was saying that the one thing they took as a big lesson from last week, and that we're coming back and really focusing on this week, is the defensive abilities. And I think that is a very great point. It's a great thing to touch on from them because last time defensive rotations got broken up a lot via bumps, demolitions, whatever, or just sheer being outpaced, right? So I think having that more focused defense and working on that a little bit more in this last week is probably going to be a very strong decision and one that's going to set Kansas City up for some great opportunities here. We talked about it last week. The demos were demolishing into both literal the players, but the team's morale, the team spirit, and unfortunately constantly resulted in goals against. So if they're able to avoid those this week and maybe even capture a couple of their own, grab a little on the opponent's team, I think Kansas City will be in a great position to take some of these series as they have made the adjustments they need to, and it should be good. That's all I got to say.
The other thing I do want to add to that is I feel like the biggest transition they need to make is where they're comfortable enough to get these past clears in the defensive zone. If they are able to consistently execute the way that we saw in a Rogue, trying to get those outlet passes out into secured passes and maintained possession, this is a team that has the ability to beat anyone at all. Consistency will be key, and then maintaining ball possession when we are given it. Two gigantic keys to really any game, but especially this one against a team of Turbo, Mist, and Atomic that really just wants to outclass you in every way.
Oh, for sure. I think, those breakout passes are definitely something really important. We saw in week one a lot of the defensive transitions, trying to transition to the offensive zone in very kind of, I would say slow, but slow for RLCS caliber, right? Slow solo dribbling play that would carry the ball out of the defensive end. But I think what we really need to see is a lot more passes, like you said, a lot more open space and a lot more play between the teammates in order to transition that ball from defense to offense. We can't just rely on one player to do it. But it looks like our first match is about to begin. We have the Kansas City Pioneers versus Team Envy, just waiting on a couple more people to fill the lobby. Should be a great one. Kendo, what do you think? What's your prediction for this one? You want to call a scoreline?
Well, I mean, I will get into that here in just a second. I will say this, though. Turbo Pulse is a player that makes everyone around him better. And one of the things that's been so great about his move, his transition from the European side to the NA side, is he's been placed around people that have allowed him to have bad days. You look at Atomic and Mist, these are two players that can play very well together themselves. And if they have a bad day, or Turbo has a bad day, everybody can cover for each other within Envy. So again, I feel like the trajectory is up. We have our work cut out for us. This is a great team that we're up against. However, I do feel like a statement can be made against Envy right here. And that's what I'm going to predict on. That's what I would like to see going forward. I think KCP shocks Envy 3-2.
3-2 is a good number, and I think I'm going to have to agree with you there. But looking at the chat, I think our fans are a little more confident. I'm seeing 3-1, 3-0. You guys, I hope so. I dream of it. If we could take this sweep, that'd be absolutely wonderful. But I'm going to agree with Kendo on the 3-2, partially just because I want to see all 5 games of what will be a magnificent series, but partially because I just know Envy is such a strong team, and that is a strong possibility. The game is about to get underway. Predictions no longer. It is about to be reality. Kendo, are you ready?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is time once again on your screen. It is the Kansas City Pioneers. It is Team Envy. We're underway in a 5-game set. Off the kickoff, it is immediately played by Beast Mode, but Mist will get in on this quickly. Turbo into the corner, lofted, quick jump on by Memory, will play it away, and Beast Mode with the initial clear.
I like that we're already seeing those long clears that we talked about. We saw one right there, first defensive opportunity, and it came out perfectly. Let's see if it continues.
Here we go again. Missed. Will try to play this ball in the box. Memory up in time to play defensively. Atomic looking for a ball down. Turbo's in the mid, looking for the double touch, and Atomic will be unable to finish it. Chance for a counterattack back the other way. Memory cannot jump on it in time, and Rapid will choose to play this one in the offensive corner. Big 50-50 there. Beast Mode looking for the ball down. He will slow play it here, and I do think elongated offense is going to be a good thing, as this one in the box for Rapid, but Mist will play it away.
I like the offensive chances that we're seeing so far, but here's one for Envy. No, it's not going to work out, as that one just sails wide. Nobody there to collect it. But Kansas City Pioneers already putting a lot of pressure onto Team Envy here, and that's going to result in some strong chances. And I think if we can just keep that offensive space open and keep putting balls in front of the net, they have a solid chance here.
Also loving the physical plays that we have seen so far. Really allowed for a lot of extra room, but here is Turbo to Atomic, and it'll just get by the last man back in Memory. First blood to Envy.
Yeah, a little bit surprising here that this one worked out. It looked like Memory had it solid, but couldn't quite predict it. Over-jumped by a little bit, and sometimes that happens when you're facing opponents of these caliber. They're gonna know exactly where your head's at, and they're going to adjust their shots to make sure that you do not make those prediction saves. So Memory just needs to, I think he can be a little bit more surprising, a little bit less predictable, just change up that behavior a little bit. Those shots will not happen again.
Transition back the other way. Rapid to leave it to the corner. Beast Mode 50-50 win. Memory with a 1v1 with Turbo. If he can get there in time, it'll be forced into the corner. And Atomic with the carry down. KCP with the upper hand for a moment. Ball down in the box. Turbo does get the touch out. Memory not able to get there in time. But an offensive chance there for KCP. He'll be wasting a ball. Loose in the box, though. Mist will just miss the follow-up. KCP can breathe a sigh of relief there.
Something I really want to highlight about the Envy defense there. Turbo Pulsa came in from behind the ball, heading towards his own net, and still had the knowledge and the competency on the field. Oh my goodness, Beast Mode! Where did that even come from, Kendo?
That was one of the things we love about Beast Mode. Aerial prowess, and he loves these 50-50s. Rapid's going to get a demo, and now priority on offense is going to the Pioneers. Beast Mode looks to loft one high, doesn't have the boost or the follow-up, and it'll be a 1-2 clear by Mist and Atomic. That's what we are looking to try to do defensively. A big miss by Turbo. Might see an odd man rush back the other way. Memory funnels this ball into the corner, but Mist is there. And they're going to try to slow this one down, but KCP wants to ramp up the pace. Rapid shot down. Memory just not able to get there in time.
Yeah, we are seeing a lot of quick, really high energy bursts of offense here, but nothing really too sustained. Kansas City, I believe, has had the longest sustained offenses that we've seen, and those have all really only been about 20 seconds maximum. So I think this is really going to come to the transition opportunities. And so far, both teams are doing a great job of capitalizing where they can in those moments.
Now Beast Mode will look to slow this down by Turbo. Gets it past Rapid. Rapid will look to continue. The demo will alleviate a lot of pressure, but Beast Mode is undaunted. Back in it, what an angle by Memory out of the corner.
My goodness, can this man be stopped? I didn't even think this angle was possible. He just sat and waited, knew it was coming. Beast Mode with the perfect pass. Memory with the perfect redirect. The perfect play.
The holes are there in the defense, my friend. They just have to find them, and right now, it's not necessarily those straight shots on. It's trying to set up offense a little bit further out. Beast Mode to Memory was a perfect pass and great execution. Now, even level again with Envy. Oh no, out of the mid, Turbo able to put it away.
Yeah, Turbo just finding his placement just magnificently there. Beast Mode couldn't get the touch he needed. The 50 didn't work out quite as expected. And Rapid, unfortunately, was just turned around to net. So a little bit of a misplay, miscommunication from the defense there as the rotations kind of got a little bit too on top of each other. But that is an easy fix and an easy thing to solve. So I'm sure we won't see many more of those as Kansas City's still just warming up a little bit.
Time is now. You can't warm up for too long, my friend, especially with a squad like Envy breathing down your neck. Atomic gonna lose the ball in the mid, and really good midfield pressure has led to KCP limiting the chances for Envy. They are even on the shot totals right now, but a lot of the offensive priority in the mid has come from the Kansas City Pioneers. And here's another one. Rapid looking in, missed. Able to block this down. Turbo's going to try to get an outlet to miss. This will be played up by Atomic. Shot down, but a routine save by Beast Mode. They are wasting time, though. 10 seconds left. It'll be a ball down for Memory. Needs to put the juke on Turbo. Rapid, long ball, needs a carry. Not able to get there, and Memory unable to get the ball in the box. Envy's going to win game number 1, but it was a very close game number 1.
Yeah, close is obvious when you see the score line of 2-1, but I mean, even with just how back and forth it was, nobody really coming out with any incredibly long offenses, nobody looking too dominant. This just truly looked like a game where it was a battle of whoever makes the first mistake. And unfortunately, I think Kansas City just had 2 little ones that resulted in goals against, and we saw it the 2-1 score line. I didn't see many other issues. I think these are 2 teams that are still warming up a little bit, so we're seeing a little bit more fluid gameplay here. And I think that as the series progresses, we're going to see a lot of changes and a lot of very different game number 3 or 4 than a game number 1 that we just watched. So I'm excited to see how both teams react to now here in game 2 and what they change about their playstyle. Maybe a few more demos, maybe a few more bumps just to try to kill that defensive prowess that has led to these short offenses.
We'll see indeed where we go from here. I do love the fact it seems like a small adjustment is all that's needed for either of these teams to really dominate control. Everything is still up in air, and I love the fact that Kansas City right now seems to be possessing in the mid just a little bit better. They've been able to be much more productive. It took punishments on mistakes for Envy to really get anything on the board. So reduce the mistakes. That could be all the adjustment you need. Turbo looking to kill this ball in the mid. Yields it down. It's going to be a miss by Memory, Beast Mode, and Rapid here, but Beast Mode will slowly look to control this out. Can't get by Miss. Miss with the ball down, and Memory will play it to the corner. Try to funnel it and stop it there. Ball will still find its way mid, but a routine save by Rapid in Kansas City. Will try to get this ball out. Desperate for it. Rapid off the backboard. Well played.
You know, I have to confess, I kind of liked the Kansas City defense right there. It was a lot more sustained, a lot longer that Envy got to play around in their zone than normal, but it was a more consistent, rotating, and solid defense that was going to be a lot harder to score on than the ones we saw in transition earlier. So once Kansas City has the time to set up, it looks like they have that defensive prowess in the bag, and I'm excited to see if Envy is going to be really pushed and hard-pressed to find some goals here.
Well, you're definitely also seeing those outlet passes being executed as well. Seems like every single Kansas City clear so far, as long as it hasn't been a desperation shuck down the field when we really need the boost, has been something that's been followed up. So it's nice to see a large percentage of our touches maintaining possession. And that's why they've had such a good time in the mid so far. We'll see if Envy can come back here from the battle in the mid. Atomic around 1. That's a good cut. Not able to get by Beast Mode on the back end, though. This kid is amazing, my friend. A big demo here. Atomic looks for the double touch. Turbo, the last one, not able to get the touch on. He fumbled it a little bit. Maybe a little stunned by that amazing save by Beast Mode in net.
We're already seeing the physicality come out a lot more in here in game 2. Atomic got that demo and then immediately chased it down and got bumps on Beast Mode in the net. So had Turbo actually had the time to take that shot, it would have been a very guaranteed goal for them. And I'm a little worried that the defense wasn't ready for that physical play, but hopefully now that they've recognized that it will come out, there'll be a little bit more monitoring of it.
A little bit of hockey here in the corner. They are scrumming and trying to find possession. Memory with a high lofter. Played well by Atomic, down to Miss. Missed by Rapid, by 2 now. No, Beast Mode! Just a little bit caught in a side flip there in Atomic, and Miss will get the goal there.
Awkward timing, to say the least, just on all accounts for everybody on Kansas City. Just when you're in that, like, 1 inch to the left of where you need to be, and you just know you can't get there, multiply that by 3 times. I don't think that's anything super indicative for Kansas City. I think that just is kind of the same thing we saw in game 1. Just the first mistake means a goal, and hopefully Kansas City can force a mistake for Team Envy here.
See if they can. A shot by Atomic. Will be played well by Rapid in beast mode with the long clear. Need to recoup their defenses. Missed. Place it high into the corner above any Kansas City challenges. Memory slowly looking to work this ball out. They might be a little bit out of rotation at the moment, Hazmat, but beast mode will look to take his time. Memory finally with a clear out. But once again, Envy trying to lay siege in the mid. They've done a much better job of adjusting to the pressure that Kansas City wants to put on, and then they're finding just these 1, 2, 3 team plays to clear the ball out.
Yeah, they are really not letting Kansas City set up in the offensive zone anymore, and this is something that you have to be worried about if you're playing for Kansas, and it's going to be tough. You definitely have to make your own space here. Rapid barely getting that one off the line for the goal, but Turbo trying to take one more. Missed finally in the back of the net. That snuck in there out of nowhere.
Yeah, they found a little bit of a hole there. Missed. Traps the ball, and Turbo give and go. Executed to perfection. Definitely take notes. That is some fundamental Rocket League for the ages. Kiddies can learn a lot from that one. KCP got their work cut out for them at this point. 37 seconds left, a 2-goal deficit. Rapid's going to look to play this ball down. I tell you what, though, my friend, even with a looming loss here in Game 2, potentially, I will say this. That's just setting up the perfect scoreline.
Yeah, we called it at the start, 3-2. This is on pace still, but what isn't on pace is that ball as it hits the post and barely does not sneak in. Got to breathe a sigh of relief on that one.
So, fundamental NB team going to lay it all on the line against KCP, and this ball is, of course, Rule 0 underway. Will finally fall. Envy win 2-0 here in game number 2. And it was 2 mistakes that were punished by Envy that really took Kansas City out of their game. They suffocated Kansas City, sadly, in the mid. And, I mean, as far as just an objective observer's standpoint, that was a masterclass by Envy.
Yeah, I would say so. I think Kansas City really adjusted the defense to be a little bit more consistent and a little bit slower, just to make sure that there weren't so many mistakes coming out in an effort to adapt to what happened to them in game 1. And while that did help their defense when they were stuck in their defensive end and ensured that, it wasn't just transition goal after transition goal, it unfortunately also meant that they weren't having as much time on offense. And you saw it unfortunately work out exactly how you would think it would work out. If you don't play offense, you don't score. And we saw a 2-0 game. So if they can just get that ball cleared out a little bit more and incorporate, those long clears that we saw in game 1 into their more consistent defense of game 2, then we have a chance for a really good game here.
Here, right off the kickoff, it's Rapid. Beast mode looking for the lofter. That Memory might be able to follow up. Kansas City, early priority in the offensive zone. That's right where they want to be. Make an early statement. Good set. Atomic there to read. Memory with the ball down, does not get by Turbo Colsa, and he is going to look to play this out. They do ditch the ball in the mid and immediately jumped on by Beast Mode. That's something he did very well last week. It was a presence in the midfield, really a pest for all the teams we were up against to play.
Yeah, Beast Mode is a menace no matter where he is, but when he's the man holding that midfield line, it is absolutely impossible to cross. You're going to have to get Moses out there parting the Beast Mode C if you want to get across that midfield.
Here comes Atomic. He looks to carry this ball into the corner. It's a long pinch downfield. First blood.
Oh my
Kansas City.
Not what we expect, but a goal we will take nonetheless. Envy got a little weird one on game number 2. We'll take the weird one here in game 3, and that puts us in the lead. Or I believe the first time in the series. Not how you want to get your first lead, but like I said, we take those.
We take those indeed. Circle the wagons, boys and girls. It is time for Kansas City to put the pressure on. They're up 1 against Envy in game 3. Rapid, the immediate shot, and Kansas City is rolling.
Just gotta open those floodgates. Here you go in game 3. Rapid making it happen. And a beautiful pass from Memory that just bounces off the ceiling. Atomic and missed in net, and they can do absolutely nothing about it. You love to see it. That looks like what was happening to KCP in games 1 and 2, but is now instead happening to Envy.
So far, Envy has only been able to put one shot to the KCP 4. Nice midfield play as Rapid will force a save out of Mist. Memory looks to corral that ball in the corner. They will try to funnel it there. Nice angle by Beast Mode. That's a save by Atomic. They'll look to retake the corner here. Rapid misses out on the touch. They're doing a really good job of holding offensive pressure here, forcing Envy to really play defensively and focus on the rotations. Envy finally getting this ball out. Oh, Turbo. Ball down. No follow-up yet, but Mist will be able to get the shot. The double commit comes out and Kansas City gets punished.
Turbo Pulsa just reading Beast Mode like a book. I mean, incredible play from him. That dunk obviously setting up this goal here, and unfortunately that's just something that you're gonna have to watch out for. This man is all over the field. This man will block anything that you put out, and no ball is safe from the four-ton.
And it's times like this that Turbo really does shine, my friend. I find that when he needs to be called on the most, he's the one that a lot of teams count on. Beast Mode, though, off the kickoff, will once again look to get pressure for Kansas City. Try to maintain priority. Atomic going with a bump to get Beast Mode off. He will continue to play third man. And I really feel like Beast Mode needs to be the one facilitating a lot of this, as Beast Mode's gonna get an assist here. Memory with the goal.
Yeah, an absolutely great play from Kansas City Pioneers as Memory recognizes no one's getting to that ball. He just speeds in there, finds the space, and it looked like Team Envy a little overwhelmed there and missed out on the rotations. And now Kansas City Pioneers, like I said on the last goal, doing exactly what Envy did to them in games 1 and 2, now to going the other way. This is what I like to see. These are the adjustments we were talking about, and this makes me think we're going to have a long series on our hands, despite being 2-0 in the series.
Well, here is Turbo. The Memory looking for the outlet pass. That would have been huge. Beast Mode looking to try to make that save. Turbo was there to face check him. Really good stuff here. Atomic able to put that out. Beast Mode, though, tried everything he could to get around Turbo in the box. Almost able to make that save.
I really want to highlight the moves Atomic put on right there. I mean, what do you even do defensively in a situation like that? This man just was all over the ball, literally flipping around at every moment. Any touch was possible, and he really took that to full advantage and ended up just carrying it to the net all on his own. And I mean, what do you even do on defense? That is hard to adjust to. That is top-level Rocket League. And I think you just got to cut him off a little bit early. Don't let him catch that. Don't let him set up like that.
Control going to be the name of the game here as we are a minute 40 left on the clock. Seems like both teams are having problems keeping up with each other in the defensive zone. So the longer this ball stays in the Envy zone, the better it is for the Pioneers. Turbo with a long ball out. Memory, this will be a chuck clear. You don't want to see those in Rapid with another one, dump and chase into the corner. Here's Smith. Long ball to Atomic. This is down in the box. Memory, big save! We'll keep it out there, safe for now, but Turbo incoming with the shot. Beast Mode will look to handle it, tries to slow this down. Around two, can he cut? Shot towards the net, and it's a big save again by Mist this time.
Gotta absolutely love Beast Mode just doing it all himself there, and he still has another opportunity, but no, off the crossbar. Here comes Memory, and that one will sneak in as Mist can't make it. Beast Mode starting that offensive real strong and with amazing presence in the solo play. You gotta love it. We said this kid was the X Factor, and that's exactly why.
You'll hear me say a lot that extra touches are one of the most critical things in Rocket League. That's exactly what Beast Mode did right there. Put the ball off of the bar and allowed his teammate behind him to really do most of the work. He got 2 commits out of it. He opened up the net in Memory with a clean finish. Kansas City firmly on top, especially with Beast Mode again out of the mid.
Beast Mode coming alive here in game number 3. What a shot, what an angle. I mean, how does he even get around that? Kendall, please explain it to me. This man is breaking the laws of physics. I don't accept.
Really, with that quick a cut, I'm not sure how he got that much power on it. That's one of the things, like, he is a conundrum that other teams still have to solve right now. And with 30 seconds left in game number 3 for Envy, time to calculate pretty much has ended. They must get one on now. Mist will try his best, but a double block there will continue to waste the time. Turbo looking to work around, stop by Beast Mode in the corner. They're gonna stall this one out. Kansas City gonna win game number 3.
Yeah, and honestly, the most surprising thing I would say, for me at least, out of game 3 here is not the fact that, Kansas City came away with the win or anything, but the scoreline. That means that Kansas City now has the biggest goal differential in the series. Envy won 2-0 and 2-1 in games 1 and 2, and now coming out with that 5-2 here, that 3-goal differential, is the biggest we've seen. So these have been really, really close games, and now that Kansas City finally has opened the floodgates, seems to have figured things out, Beast Mode has come alive, we're seeing them putting up insane numbers in 5 goals, and if that continues, that's just going to be too powerful for Envy to do anything about, and I think we're on track for that sweet, sweet game 5 that both of us talked about.
I tell you what, my friend, and I tell you what a lot, but the thing I feel like is a weakness for Envy going forward, both these teams, they got their shots in. They got the offensive pressure, but more often than not, the defense was losing the offensive prowess. So if you're Kansas City, turn on the gas. I think you can outpace the boys from Envy, who really would like to take it a little bit slower, be a little more methodical with their touches. You just have to make sure there are no mistakes that can be punished, because Envy is on top of that. We're underway in game number 4. 30 seconds in, and early pressure here for Envy. Turbo looks to get it across, but not able to get anything on net.
We're already seeing a much more aggressive, much more fast-paced game number 4 here. Something akin to the game 1 in the series that we saw, and I wonder if that means that Kansas City now feels a little bit more comfortable in their defensive end and are going to try to just take that same defense and just speed it up a bit. And if they can do that, that's exactly what you were talking about at the start of this game here. That will lead to a fantastic runaway win for Kansas City.
Oh, Memory needs to get back in time at the shot on. He does. Atomic in the mid was really looking to snipe that angle. Now, a high lofter from Mist. Beast Mode will get up, puts a shot on, forces a save out of Atomic. Rapid might be able to find him in disarray. Scramble, and Turbo gets the save. Mist touch, Beast Mode, first blood, Kansas City.
Absolutely dominant Beast Mode. Once again, just making sure that nothing can cross, nothing can get cleared out. Turbo Pulsa missing the touch he needed to get there. A little surprising from a player of his caliber, but this is what we've been talking about. Punishing mistakes, and you see it coming out. And with that early goal, last time that Kansas City Pioneers scored first, they ran away with it. We'll see if it happens here in game 4.
I think it's very clear at this point, you need to outpace Envy and create havoc in the defensive zone. They've done just that. Beast Mode will get it down in the box. Atomic's gonna miss. Envy are stunned right now with the offensive pressure. Beast Mode looking to put this back in. Turbo chucks the ball out, and they're gonna slowly get this clear away, but Kansas City again, if they can keep them boost starved, have plenty of opportunity. Turbo, what a laser towards the top.
Yeah, we're seeing them now a little bit more, or them being Envy, a little more overwhelmed now in taking these desperation shots from their own midfield. This is something that I wasn't expecting. The pressure has become so much that they don't have any opportunities except these long ones. Mist not even going to attempt to go up for that because he just knows Rapid is there, and the KCP defense has come alive.
Their offense is playing defense for them right now. They're just owning the midfield. Atomic's looking to carry this all by himself. Turbo, the retention. With the slow lofted touch, it's going to be out for Rapid. Rapid decides to play it on the ground. Probably a smart decision here. They are up a little too far, though, as Atomic able to carry this out himself. Gets the bump on Memory. Rapid finally will break in real quick. It's a 1v1 with Turbo. Great 50-50 Beast Mode shot. Scores! And they're up by 2.
2-0 with 2 minutes remaining. This is not a very strong lead, but a devastating one, as Envy has shown that they are not quick scorers. Their goals have always been very calculated. It takes them a long time, and they have to wait to find the mistake. So despite there being a significant amount of time left, I am feeling pretty confident, and I am very excited. Keep on the gas pedal, Kansas City. This is going great. Let's do this. Let's go, baby. It's happening.
It's happening indeed, my friend. Kansas City up 2. Minute 50 left to go. They need to make sure they do not make a defensive mistake, though. This is where Turbo punished them earlier. Memory. Ball down. Here is Turbo looking to work this ball around. Beast mode control gets dunked by Mist in the mid, and Rapid forced to make a quick transition out. Long ball. Turbo to mid. Atomic, and Atomic just wide on the shot. 2v1 Turbo, Beast Mode able to get it to the side. They can breathe a sigh of relief for now, but Envy definitely sense of urgency trying to pounce on this.
Yeah, they have had this ball in the offensive zone for quite a while and have forced some defensive rotation errors, and here's a chance as Turbo Pulsa goes up. Drops it down for Mist, but not gonna make it. Still up, Atomic trying to finish it off. No! Still, Turbo Pulsa, one more time. Can he do it? Finally a chance for a clear, as Memory's going to try to take this one away, and they can breathe a sigh of relief. Beast Mode, what a dunk!
Yes, the 50-50s and the dunks are playing to Kansas City's advantage right now. And if you ask me, the longer they can keep this ball in that NB zone with those 50-50s and those dunks, it is going to bode well for them. They're still up to just under 35 seconds left on the clock. It is a slow roller on the wall, and Envy looks absolutely shell-shocked. My friend, we have the momentum here in Kansas City, and it's here to stay.
Yeah, doing a phenomenal job of keeping them shut down at this half-field line right now. They're not getting too aggressive for offense. They're not going too hard after goals. They're just saying it's low time. We're up 2-0. Let's sit on this. We got this, and I love that. That is a strong sign of defense that has really, we were hoping that Kansas City would make the change here, and indeed they did, as Rapid's just going to send this one down to end game number 4. So despite going down 2-0 early, we are seeing game 5, baby. We called it. Let's go, Kendo.
I'm excited go, my friend. I am excited as heck, and this came with Kansas City showing a lot more pressure and a lot more form. We also saw a lack of mistakes. They were catching out Envy more often than not with those quick plays that they were able to transition back in. So I tell you what, we have all the momentum. As I said, I'm definitely looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I think we've seen pretty much a complete role reversals of games 1 and 2 to games 3 and 4. Pretty much the exact same strategies were being used, just by the opposite teams. Wait for the mistake. Play the long balls, play the long midfield shots. You know, these are something that we've seen throughout the entire series, just trading hands of who's doing it better at the moment. And that's what happens when you're at this high level, is it's just those little things like that. Whoever can be better in these little moments. Ooh, Beast Mode getting that save. But now, game 5, let's get going. It all comes down to this, the possibility of the reverse sweep against Envy. Can the boys do it?
Oh, here's a shot. Turbo, big save by Memory to get that across. And the defense has remained steadfast. They need to make another save here. A ball killed in the box. Memory again. Chance for a counterattack as Beast Mode will get it out to Memory. Memory shot on Turbo. Apt to make the save. Again, both these teams, they're definitely not pulling their punches. These are full-on haymaker swings. Very big chances back the other way if you are able to transition these balls. Rapid will look to Beast Mode for the breakout, and it'll be played and slowed down a little here by Atomic. All 3 members of KCP looking to play this ball hard and push it in the mid. Rapid with a chance down. Beast Mode almost sat on miss there. That would have been insane. Another play. Turbo shot just high, and Beast Mode is going to get this out. It's going to force a save out of miss the other way.
I tell you, man, I am too stressed right now because these things are absolutely incredible. This game has come out at 0 to 100 in an instant and has not let up even a little bit. Both teams are not letting anything get by them. and putting all of their energy into this. It all comes down to this one. Loser gets sent down to the loser's bracket, and they are making sure that neither team wants to be in that position right now.
KCP, again, you have one of the best in the world. You have the 2-2 score line in Turbo. No, he's going to be able to play first blood here.
You know, it had to happen eventually. The pressure was just piling up on both sides, and eventually nobody in position just due to bad timing with the saves. So we knew a goal was coming. We just didn't. I had no idea which side, honestly. But hopefully, this gives a little bit more of a break to Kansas City. This allows them to kind of regroup here and play the games that we saw in 3 and 4, because it's just too hard to come away with solid strategies when things are that chaotic as we saw in that first 2 minutes here in Game 5.
Like you said, it was only a matter of time, and Kansas City will get another shot on, forces a save out of Atomic. Looking for a quick answer here from Kansas City, but I have to just take a moment to mention the fact that the boys from Envy put on 11 shots in under 2 minutes. That is an impressive total, and the fact that there's only 1 goal on the board, make it 2 as we are reaching halftime. It is impressive.
What did we talk about with the caster's curse? You can't be saying things like that, man. You said 1 goal as it went in. That is just not acceptable. But either way, a phenomenal play by Envy, just taking the classic Rocket League off the wall. Beautiful pass and a beautiful goal. 2-0 down here with 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. The boys have shown they can score way more than that, and I am not worried at all, as they just need to slow it down, play a little bit more of their game, and we see that that is trying to happen, but Envy is just being a little bit too fast for them right now.
It's definitely a change of pace, because we've seen one team dominate it game in and game out. Right now, Envy on top. Beast Mode looking to get by Atomic. No 50-50 there, as Turbo will force it to the side. Long ball into the corner. It's now the 2-minute point, and Beast Mode, Rapid, and company are definitely going to need to get this ball out, win a few more 50-50s, and get follow-up on some of these balls. Played out by Beast Mode. Beast Mode with a chance, but he's going to miss that there. It's going to be a ball careening in the box. Atomic does manage to get the off-angle touch there. Oh, Turbo really lucked out with that touch. It'll keep it to the side, but Kansas City is looming with touches in the mid. I just feel like there's one too many mistakes. They need to minimize them. Otherwise, Envy might take this.
Yeah, I think it's, at this point, just a little bit desperation, a little bit of the mental game coming out when you're just feeling overwhelmed and like this is your last chance. So if they can just take a breath, slow it down a little bit. No, that one's going to go over the crossbar, but missed. Will clean it up. 3-0 with 1:13 left. Things are getting shaky.
I mean, we've seen it before, my friend.
We have indeed.
3 goals in 1:13. Very unusual to see within this level of Rocket League. However, it could happen. I might need to start right here, though, as Atomic will manage to keep that out. Memory the shot. Hey, what do you know? There's one.
Transitions. We finally see a good paced Kansas City offense here. Everybody has boost. Everybody knows where they need to be, and it immediately results in a goal against on Envy. Unfortunately, I think this is all the goals that we've seen prior for Envy, and the lack of goals from Kansas City was just being out of their element. But when they were given it right there off the kickoff, they take full advantage, and hopefully that helps them out a little bit. But we have 1 minute remaining here in Game 5. Let's get it going. Kendo, do you think we can do it? Rapid trying his best. Atomic pushes it away, but Memory will go up. Cleared out the center.
We need to keep this ball in the offensive zone in order to do so. Here is Rapid. We'll get by Mist. Looking to try to get around. It is a 2v1 if he can get this ball down to Memory, but Atomic there. Beast Mode, the snow is stopped by Atomic. Memory look to do a quick turn. Sense of urgency coming from the Pioneers as Atomic will play this ball in the mid. Beast Mode tries to play it out. Rapid also up. Not on the same page as Turbo will get a flick up and over. 16 seconds left. Rapid pushing hard into the corner, but there's no follow-up, my friend, unless Memory can get this here. It may be over for Kansas City. 2 seconds. 1. Can they get in? Doesn't have a chance. No, Envy, sadly, will go on and win in 5.
Kendo, I'm a little sad, man. There was the
A
chance.
little sad.
A lot sad, to be fair.
Only a little bit? I mean, we had them. We had them in their pocket. It was almost over. Oh, man. Consistently, Kansas City has been able to take some of the best in the world the distance.
Yeah, I think
Man, I love this team, and we are looking up.
Oh yeah, I think this is another phenomenal example of just really tough matchup, but Kansas City showing they're at that skill level. There was a little bit of shakiness in some moments, a little bit of being outpaced in moments where they weren't expecting it, but that's just, I believe, due to the fact that they are such a new team and such a new team to playing consistently at the top 5 in NA, the top 10 in NA, whatever. As this goes on, as Kansas City Pioneers get a feel for themselves, get a feel for the league they're in, get a feel for the grid in general, I think we're only going to see more and more improvements. Whereas everybody on Envy, or everybody on G2, everybody on Rogue, most of the people on Envy, most of the teams in the grid have already been playing together for so long. They don't have as much upper limit in order to find a new height. Whereas Kansas City can just break through, shatter expectations, and they are doing a great job of it already. Yeah, that went to game 5 and we lost. This stinks. We're going to get knocked down to the losers bracket now. But that's still a strong chance. There's still a lot of great place to go, and we are going to be back against Omelet in just a little bit. Kendo, any thoughts on the game before we take a little break?
I mean, I see Rogue came out to play the 3-0 over Omelet on the opposite side of here, the bracket number or letter B of the two. So we will be playing Omelet, as you said. We're going to go to a quick break, ladies and gents. You don't want to forget, though, check out our merch. It is kcp.gg/store. And also, join the fun. There's a watch party going on in the Discord, ! Discord. Get in there. Let your voice be heard. You're watching the Kansas City Pioneers grid coverage live on Pioneers GG.